Welcome to corporate Bhagavad Gita reading. There are prayers on my screen. You can chant with me. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurannamitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guruho Shri Uttapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha श्री रूपम सागर जातम सहगण रघुनाथामृतम तम सजीवम साद्वैतम सावधूतम परिजन सहितम कृष्ण चैतन्य देवम श्री राधा कृष्ण पदान सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभैव च पतितानां भावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्ण
Hare
हरे हरे,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
हरे राम
Hare
राम राम
Rama,
हरे हरे। So welcome to corporate Gita. We are reading from chapter 9 and we have completed 15 verses of it. Uh, we have completed 15 verses of it. So we'll continue with 16th verse. And just to give you a recap, this chapter 9 of Bhagavad Gita is kind of the biodata of Sri Krishna, where he's going to open up who he is really. He says in the 11th verse that fools deride me when I descend in human form. People think that he's also another human being, beautiful human being, cunning human being, cowherd boy, historical person, something like that. But they don't know his transcendental nature, his divya, the supreme lord of all that be. He is the Parameshwara. They don't know. So Krishna tells about this in this chapter, and he's talking a lot of things, and then he says that those who know me as a supreme lord, supreme being, they engage in devotional service. How they engage? They always chant my glories, endure with great determination, bowing down before me, give great soul, perpetually worship me with devotion, bhaktya. And then he talks about three things: ekatvena, prathakvena, vishvato mukham. Those who worship him in other three ways. First is to focus meditation on one's own soul, spirit. Okay, that is ekatvena. To think that I am also spirit soul, and then there is Brahman, which is also spirit, and we are one. That way, ekatvena. Prathakvena is to worship the devatas, to see that the devatas are um, controlling this world, which they are controlling every Agni Dev is controlling the fire element, Varun Dev is controlling the waters, ocean in the rivers, and Indra is controlling the irrigation department. The Surya Bhagavan is controlling the sun planet, like that. And the third is universal form. This whole universe is the body of God. That is the third way of worship. And then he says in the 16th verse, we move into 16th verse. Aham kratur aham yagya swadhaham aham aushadam mantroham aham evagyam aham agnir aham hutam. But it is I who am the ritual. I the sacrifice, the offering to the ancestors, and the healing herb, the transcendental chant, and I am butter and fire and the offering. So Krishna says he is everything. He is the sacrifice, the butter that goes in it, the fire that consumes it, and whatever goes with it, it is. That is also Krishna. The Vedic sacrifice known as Jyotishmo is also Krishna. He is also Mahayagya mentioned in the Smriti. The oblations offered to Pitralok or sacrifice performed to please the Pitralok, considered as a kind of drug in the form of clarified butter, is also Krishna. The mantras chanted in this connection are also Krishna, and many other commodities made with milk products for offering in the sacrifices are also Krishna. The fire is also Krishna because fire is one of the five elements of the material world and is therefore claimed as separated energy of Krishna. In other words, the Vedic sacrifices recommended in Karma Kanda division of the Vedas are in total also Krishna. In other words, those who are engaged in rendering devotional service unto the Lord are to be understood to have performed all the sacrifices recommended in the Vedas. So here Krishna is saying, I am the ritual, I am the fire, I am the yagya, I am everything. I am the transcendental chant, like that. Hmm? Go to 17. This is a very interesting verse. From 17 to 20. Pitaham asya jagata mata dhata pitamaha vedyam pavitra omkara riksam yajur evacha. Pitaham. Pita. Pita means, what does pita mean?
Father.
Father. Aham means me. I am the father. Asya jagato, of all the universe. Mata dhata. Mata means
Mother.
mother. So I am father, I am mother. Dhata is protector, or sorry, supporter. Pita, pitamaha. Pitamaha,
Pitamaha is
Grandfather.
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 How can one person be having three roles at the same time? Father, mother, grandfather. How can all three be in the same time? Huh? Father, grandfather, yes. But how come father, mother? So that is Krishna.
Data means what, Prabhuji?
Ata means supporter.
Supporter, okay.
He supports, he maintains. Vedyam pavitram omkaram. The omkar which is pavitra. Rik sama yadurevacha. The three Vedas. Everything is Krishna. I am the father of this universe, the mother, the support, and the grandsire. I am the object of knowledge, the purifier, and the syllable Om. I am also Rig, Sama, and Yajur Veda. The entire cosmic manifestation, moving, non-moving, are manifested by different activities of Krishna's energy. In the material existence, we create different relations with different living entities who are nothing but Krishna's marginal energy. Under the creation of Prakriti, some of them appear as our father, mother, grandfather, creator. See, we have many, in this life also, we have father, mother, grandfather, creator. In previous lives also, we had that. But Krishna says he is everything. His father, mother, grandfather, creator, supporter, Riksam, Yajur, Evacha. But actually, they are parts and parcel of Krishna. As such, these living entities who appear to be our father, mother are nothing but Krishna. In this verse, the word dhata means creator. Not only are our father, mother parts and parcel of Krishna, but the creator, grandmother, grandfather, etc. also Krishna. Actually, any living entity being part and parcel of Krishna is Krishna. See, the thing is, in a family, everyone has the same surname, right? Isn't it?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Like, take the example of Sharma. So let's say, the son of Sharmaji comes. You'll still call him Sharma only, right? If the daughter comes, you'll still call her Sharma, right? So, you know, uh, mother, father, everybody is part and parcel of Krishna. So in that way, they are Krishna. Okay, they are not exactly Krishna. Okay, it is not like mother, father are Krishna. No, they are part and parcel of Krishna. Like that. That is the meaning. All the Vedas therefore aim towards Krishna. Whatever we want to know through the Vedas is but a progressive step towards understanding Krishna. The whole Vedas are meant for progressively understand Krishna. Okay, progressively. That subject matter which helps us to purify our constitutional position is especially Krishna. Similarly, the living entity who is inquisitive to understand all the Vedic principle is also part and parcel of Krishna, and as such is also Krishna. In the Vedic mantras, the word Om is called Pranava. Is a transcendent sound vibration is also Krishna. So Om is also Krishna. Okay, Krishna is going to say this twice. And Omkara, he's going to say again in I think 10th or 11th chapter. He's going to say again. And because in all the hymns of the four Vedas, Sama, Yajur, Raga, and Atharva, the Pranava Omkara is very prominent. It is to be understood to be Krishna. Okay, Krishna is in everything. Okay, this is what it means. Krishna is in everything. गतिर भर्ता प्रभु साक्षी निवास शरणम सुहृत प्रभाव प्रलय स्थानम निधानम बीजम अव्ययम. I am the goal, the sustainer, the master, the witness, the abode, the refuge, and the most dear friend. See, Krishna is very dear friend. Suhut. I am the creation, annihilation, the basis of everything, and the resting place and the eternal seed. Like I said in the start, Krishna. This chapter is more of Krishna's biodata, right? Just like if someone may write, I am the creator of so and so car, right? So is he boasting or is he telling the truth? Definitely he's telling the truth because that is his biodata, right? So Krishna is telling, I am the goal, I am the sustainer, I am everything. Gati means destination, where we want to go. But the ultimate goal is Krishna. All the people do not know it. One who does not know Krishna is misled, and his so called progressive march is either partial or hallucinatory. There are many who make as their destination different demigods, and by rigid performance of the strict respective methods, they reach the different planets known as Chandraloka, Suryaloka, Indraloka, Maharloka. So there are planets, okay, these devatas are living, and those who worship the devatas, they reach there. By such lokas, all the planets are being creations of Krishna, simultaneously Krishna and not Krishna. So this is what I was saying. They are Krishna, but they are not Krishna. Like the father, the son and the daughter are Sharma, but are they Sharma? Are they Mr. Sharma? Yes. Your wife can represent you, right? Your wife can represent you, husband can represent wife. Do you know that? Do you know that?
Yes, Prabhuji.
But does that mean that your wife becomes the husband?
No, Prabhuji.
Oh, so that's how they are simultaneously one but different. Okay. So we are part and parcel of Krishna. So we are also Krishna, but we are not equal to Krishna. Such planets being manifestation of Krishna's energy are also Krishna. See, planets are also Krishna, but are the planets equal to Krishna? No. What does this all mean? This means everything is connected to Krishna, right? Everything is owned by Krishna. Like you may go to a shop or to a factory. Let's say you go to the Reliance factory, Reliance Oil Refinery. You will say this is also Ambani's, that is also Ambani's, that tower is also Ambani's, this building is also Ambani's, this car is also of the Ambani's, right? Won't you say?
Yes,
Yes?
Prabhuji.
Yeah. So does that mean everything becomes equal to Ambani? No, right? So that's what this means, that they are connected to Krishna, therefore they are Krishna, like that. In quality, they are the one, but not in quantity. You can think that way also. The approach to different energy of the Lord is to approach Krishna indirectly. One should directly approach Krishna, for that will save time and energy. Do you know why people go to chief minister and prime minister? when they have, say, let's say, some problems. Recently the road in front of my building, right, is not in good shape. There were like 5 6 accidents and 5 6 people died also. So we were asking, what to do. Should we go to the local MLA or something? Then one person said, no, you go to the chief minister. Why do people say go to the chief minister or go to the prime minister? Can you guess?
No, Prabhuji.
If they go to prime minister and if he agrees to do the work, then no power can stop it, right?
Okay.
If you go to the local MLA and even if he agrees, he still cannot do. Why he cannot fix this road?
Because he is less powerful than the minister,
Yeah, he
prime minister.
needs the funding, he needs that power, he needs the permission which comes from the CM office. So if we directly approach Krishna, then we will save energy and time. We don't have to keep approaching everybody. Okay. For example, there is a possibility of going to the top of the building by the help of an elevator. Why should one go by staircase, step by step? You can take the elevator, directly reach the chief. Here it is Krishna. Therefore, without Krishna's shelter, everything is resting on Krishna's shelter. Therefore, without Krishna's shelter, nothing can exist. Krishna is the supreme ruler because everything belongs to him and everything exists on his energy. Krishna being situated in everyone's heart is the supreme witness. The residents, the countries, planets on which we live are also Krishna. Krishna is the ultimate goal of shelter. The whole purpose of these few verses is to show that Krishna is everywhere and he is controlling everything. And therefore we will directly go and take shelter of Krishna. We don't need to go here and there. One stop, all problems are resolved. Krishna is the ultimate goal of shelter and therefore one should take shelter of Krishna either for protection or for annihilation of his distress. So we should take shelter of Krishna for protection. Pahi Pahi Mahabaho. Just hold on, please. Yeah. So take shelter of Krishna for protection and problems. We are always facing problems, right? So we'll go to Krishna. We will we will ask him, you know, save us from our distress. And whenever we have to take protection, we should know that our protection must be a living force. Krishna is the supreme living entity, and since Krishna is the source of all generation, the Supreme Father, no one can be better friend than Krishna, nor can anyone be better well-wisher. Krishna is the original source of creation, ultimate rest for annihilation. Krishna is therefore the eternal cause of all causes. Now, what does this statement mean? We should know that our protection must be a living force. Can you think about this statement? If we seek for protection, we should seek for a protection from a living force. Any thoughts on this statement? Living force. What happens if we take shelter from a force which is not living, which is dead? Will it work? Yes? Will it work?
It doesn't work.
Now, why this is important? This statement, why this is important? See, sometimes people go to seek protection from somebody who's not God. Sometimes they have temples of local heroes or actor actresses, and they go and pray over there. Is it going to work? Tell me.
So that it saves time and we are not confused, wasting our time and wasting our energy in delaying to reach Krishna.
See, there are some people now who think Google is God. um, there was a page actually. Oh. There was a particular page. Ah. So some people say that Google is God. Why? Because it knows everything. Omniscient, all knowing. 9.5 billion web pages it knows. Any question you put, you'll get answer. Right? Google is everywhere, omnipresent. Google answers prayer. You type anything, it will reply. It won't die. It is infinite. It remembers all. It's not evil. It is searched more than anyone else. What do you say about this concept? Google is God.
It's non-living being because it does not help in a person to live because it is said like we need grains for a human being to survive. And Srila Prabhupada
Yes.
also says like people cannot live with the cardboard and nuts. They need the real plants to
Yeah,
survive.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I think
exactly. See, the thing is now our protection must be a living force. This statement I'm trying to explain. Huh? What happens is if we don't go to a living force, then it won't work. Okay? It won't work out. People have fictitious things in their mind and they seek surrender from that. It's not going to work. Okay? That's what it means. Google is a dead force, kind of. It's not a living force. Um, and so many things other than that. Okay, move further. Tapami aham varsham nigranami utstrijya cha amritam chaiva mrityuscha sadasach chaham Arjuna. Oh Arjuna, I give heat and I withhold and send forth the rain. I am immortality. I am also death personified. Both spirit and matter are in me. Krishna gives heat. He gives the rain or stops the rain. His immortality. He is also death personified. Death I am. 11th chapter is again is going to say, Kalosmi, that I am the destroyer of the three worlds. Both spirit and matter are in me. Both spiritual thing and material thing are in Krishna. Krishna, by his different energies, diffuses heat and light through the agency of electricity and sun. During summer season, it is Krishna who checks rain from falling from sky, and during the rainy season, he gives unceasing torrents of rain. The energy which sustains us by prolonging the duration of our life is Krishna, and Krishna meets us at end as death. By analyzing all the different energies of Krishna, one can ascertain that for Krishna there is no distinction between matter or spirit. In other words, he is both matter and spirit. In the advanced state of Krishna consciousness, one therefore makes no such distinction. He sees only Krishna in everything. Okay, in the advanced spiritual state, right, one sees Krishna in everything. Matter also, spirit also. Both Krishna, so since Krishna is both matter and spirit, the gigantic universal form comprising all material manifestation is also Krishna, and his pastimes in Vrindavan as 200 Shyam Sundar playing on the flute are those of the Supreme Personality of God. Okay. Any question? Any comment?
If in case if we see or everything as Krishna, but they are not that purified, whomever we see as Krishna, but we see it as a different perspective. So will there be any effect? Because if we see everything as a part and parcel of Krishna, the one what we are seeing as parcel of Krishna, they are not devotee, or like, they are not a very pure soul. In that case, is it?
Good. So the thing is, there is the advanced state of seeing. In the advanced spiritual state, one sees Krishna in everything. Even in his enemy, he will see Krishna as a super soul. Okay. In the mountains, he will see Krishna. In the rivers, he will see Krishna. He'll see Krishna in everyone. That's the highest level. Okay. Then below that is Madhyam Adhikari. He will see everyone as part and parcel of Krishna, and he will see the super soul in everyone. But he will decide whom to associate, whom not to associate. Getting?
Yes, Prabhuji got it
Yeah.
right.
So Krishna is there in alcohol also. Are you going to take it? No. Right?
Yes, Prabhuji, correct.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Traividya mam somapaha putapapa yagyer istva swagatim prathayante te punyam asadya surendra lokam ashnanti devyam divi devabhogan. Those who study the Vedas and drink the Soma juice, seeking the heavenly planets, who worship me indirectly, purified of sinful reactions, they take birth in the pious heavenly planets of Indra where they enjoy godly delight. Okay, now in this section, right, Krishna is going to talk about the Devatas. See, three things he told Ekatvena, Prithakvena, Bauda, Vishwatamukham. Okay. So, Vishwatamukham, he sees everything in as the body of Krishna. Now, these are the Devata worshippers. Bahudo Prithakvena. Prithakvena means they worship the Devatas. So when they worship the Devatas, they go to the Devatas. Indra Loka, Surya Loka, Chandra Loka, Mahar Loka, like that. They go to the Devatas and they live there. Enjoy the godly delights and they are over there. If they don't spiritually advance there, then they will come back to this material world. Okay. The word Vidyaha refers to three Vedas. Sama, Yajur, Rigam. A Brahmana who has studied these three Vedas called Trivedi. Have you heard these surnames? Trivedi, Dvedi, Divedi, Chaturvedi. Have you heard these names?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes,
Ah,
Prabhuji.
so actually these surnames means this thing. One who has learned 3 Vedas are called Trivedi. One who has learned 2 Vedas is called Dvivedi. And one who has learned 4 Vedas is called Chaturvedi.
One Veda, what they will call, Prabhuji?
Ekvedi.
Okay, okay.
Ekvedi, Dvivedi, Trivedi, Chaturvedi. So many things. Agnihotra. Agnihotra is a fire sacrifice. So these Brahmanas used to be doing that Agnihotra sacrifice throughout their life. So therefore they are called as Agnihotris. Chaturvedi, 4 Vedas. Bhattacharya, one who has learned Vedas, this, that, everything, lot of things. Like that, the surnames are there. But today people don't match that surname. Okay, but in the Vedic times, this is how the surnames are there. Anyone who is very much attached to knowledge derived from these 3 Vedas is respected in society. Unfortunately, there are many scholars of the Vedas who do not know the ultimate purport of studying them. Therefore, Krishna herein declares himself to be the ultimate goal of the 3 Vedas. See, there are many people who study the Vedas, but they cannot conclude what karna kya hai. What is the goal of this studying the Vedas and understanding and realizing? Well, the goal is to understand and realize Krishna. Krishna says this in 15th chapter also. Very clearly he says, we'll just go there. 15.15. सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मतः स्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदेषु सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृद्वेदविदेव चाहम्. Krishna says, from all the Vedas, I am to be known. And I am the compiler of Vedanta Sutra, the end of the Vedas. I am sitting in everyone's heart, Hriday Sannavishta. I am giving 3 things. Mattaha Smritir Jnanam, remembrance, forgetfulness, and knowledge. 3 things he gives. So the goal of the Vedas is Krishna. Actually, Trivedis take shelter of lotus feet of Krishna and engage in pure devotional service to satisfy the Lord. Devotional service begins with the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam. See, these are 9 processes of devotional service, out of which the first one is hearing and chanting the holy name of Lord Vishnu and remembering. These 3 things are very important. So devotional service starts with that. Bhakti starts with that. And side by side trying to understand Krishna in truth. Then knowing the philosophy behind it. Okay. Unfortunately, those who are simply official students of Vedas become more interested in offering sacrifices to different demigods like Indra and Chandra. By such endeavor, the worshippers of different demigods are certainly purified of the contamination of the lower qualities of nature and thereby elevated to the high planet system, heavenly planets known as Mahaloka, Jalaloka, Tapaloka. Once situated on higher planet system, one can satisfy his senses hundreds of thousands of times better than on this planet. Okay, pretty clear. Any question? Tetam bhuktva sargalokam vishalam शिन्य पुण्य मृत्य लोकम विशंति एवं त्रिधर्मम अनुप्रपन्न गतगतम काम काम कामा लभन्ते. When they have thus enjoyed vast heavenly sense pleasure and the result of their pious activities exhausted, they return to this mortal planet again. So they go to the heavenly planets by worshipping the devatas, but it's not a permanent place. Till the credits are there, once the credit goes becomes zero, then they have to come back to this material world. Thus, those who seek sense enjoyment by adhering to the principles of the 3 Vedas achieve only repeated birth and death. Okay. One who is promoted to the higher planet system enjoys a longer duration of life and better facilities for sense gratification. Yet one who is not allowed to stay there forever. One is again sent back to this earth upon finishing the resultant fruits of pious activities. He who has not attained perfection of knowledge as indicated in the Vedanta Sutra, Janmadhyasya, in other words, he fails to understand. He who fails to understand Krishna, the cause of all causes, becomes baffled by achievement about the achieving the ultimate goal of life and is thus subjected to the routine and being promoted to higher planets and therefore again coming down as if situated on a Ferris wheel which sometimes goes up, sometimes goes down. The purport is that instead of being elevated to the spiritual world, the purport is that instead of being elevated to the spiritual world, for which there is no longer any possibility of coming down, one simply revolves in the cycle of birth and death on higher and lower planet system. One should better take to the spiritual world to enjoy an eternal life full of bliss and knowledge and never return to this miserable material existence. So those who worship devatas, they go to the devatas. Once their credit is over, they come back to this material world. They take birth mostly in rich families. And even if they don't continue, and if they don't advance in spiritual life here also, then they'll start getting degraded again and again. Text 22. Ananyascintayanto mam ye jana paripasate tesam nityabhuktanam yogakshemya vahamyaham. Have anyone ever read this line? Yogakshemya vahamyaham.
Remember, Prabhuji. LIC,
Somewhere?
Prabhuji.
LIC, yeah, I was talking about LIC. LIC has put this Yogakshemya vahamyaham. I will protect what you lack. No, I'll protect what you have and I'll give you what you lack. Does LIC do that? Does it protect what we have? Huh? And does it provide what we lack?
Nope.
Yeah, they have their own rules. They'll go according to the rules. Right? Krishna is the only one who will, even if a person doesn't like him, he will still maintain him. There are many atheists in this world. But Krishna maintains everyone. Right? He doesn't say, oh, you're atheist, so therefore I won't save you. No. But those who worship, always worship with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendent form, is to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. One is unable to live for a moment without Krishna consciousness, cannot but think of Krishna 24 hours a day. Being engaged in devotional service by hearing, chanting, remembering, offering prayers, worshipping servants, worshipping, serving the lotus feet of the Lord. Rendering other services, cultivating friendship and surrendering fully to the Lord. Such activities are all auspicious and are full of spiritual potencies which will make devotee perfect in self-realization. So this list that is given here, right, is Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Aksharam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. This is the list of 9 devotional services. Such activities are all auspicious, full of spiritual potencies which make the devotee perfect in self-realization. So his only desire is to achieve the association of the Supreme without difficulty. This is called yoga. By the mercy of the Lord, such a devotee never comes back to this material condition of life. Shame refers to the merciful protection of the Lord. The Lord helps the devotees to achieve Krishna consciousness by yoga. Yoga means to connect with the Supreme. either through our karma or through our intelligence, through food, so many things. Such activities are all auspicious and full of spiritual potencies, which make the devotees perfect in self-realization. So that is his only desire, and to achieve the association of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such a devotee undoubtedly approaches the Lord without difficulty. This is called yoga. By the mercy of the Lord, such a devotee never comes back to. Okay, I read this whole thing. So when one reaches Krishna, he doesn't fall. But when one reaches the Devatas, once his credit is over, he has to come back. Getting? Okay. We'll read this verse also. What 23. ये अपि अन्य देवता भक्ता यजन्ते शब्दधानाविदः ते अपि मामेव कौन्तेय यजन्ति अविधि पूर्वकम्. So anya devata, the other devatas are there, na? If one worships them, then they are doing it in wrong way. That's what it means. We will discuss what is the wrong way. Those who are devotees of the other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way. Avidhi purvakam. If one wants to water the tree, what is the wrong way and what is the right way? Can you tell me? You want to water the tree, what is the wrong way, what is the right way?
Right way is to water to the roots, wrong way is to water the leaves or any other part.
Yeah. Sometimes we see children, they are putting water on the leaves and all that. But actually, it is the root which absorbs the water. So the Devatas, they are part and parcel of Krishna only. And they have been assigned by Krishna to give, they are assigned by Krishna to perform certain functions. Like I was telling, Agni to take care of the fire in the universe, and so many. But Krishna still says the Devatas, worshipping the Devatas is always done in the wrong way. Now we'll get into a detail what it actually means. Persons who are engaged in the worship of demigods are not very intelligent. All the such worship is offered to me directly. Krishna says, okay. For example, when a man pours water on the leaves and branches of the tree without pouring the water on the root, he does so without sufficient knowledge or without observing regulative principles. Similarly, the process of rendering service to different parts of the body is to supply food to the stomach. The demigods, so as to speak, different officers and directions in the government, directors in the government, or the supreme. One has to follow the laws made by this government, not by the officers or director. Similarly, everyone is to offer his worship to Sri Krishna only. That will automatically satisfy the different officers and directors of the law. The officers and directors are engaged as representatives of the government, and to offer some bribe to the officers and directors is illegal. This is stated as avidhipurvakam. In other words, Krishna does not approve the unnecessary worship of the demigods. So people sometimes worship the demigods like they are doing some transaction, right? If I get first, if I get 10th, if I get sorry. Where was I? Bribe. So this worshipping the devatas, na, some people say like that, na. They go to Ganpati and say, if I get good marks, or if I get this job, or if something happens to me, I get money and all that, then I will offer you 21 laddus. This is like kind of a bribe. So such a bribe is to be avoided. So now my question to you is, should we do demigod worship or not? So then how to approach the demigods? Do you have any thoughts how to approach the devatas?
But there are some festivals like Ganesh Chaturthi, Durgastami.
Mm-hmm.
All the festivals are there where we need to offer no Prabhuji.
Sorry, can you repeat that last line?
Ganesh Chaturthi or Durga Puja we will have, no?
Mm-hmm.
Dasara and Deepavali, Lakshmi Puja or some puja they do, right?
Okay.
In our calendar it is there. Generally we'll pray, no?
Hmm. Very good. See, if we do yajna, Krishna says in third chapter, yajna, if we do our duties and if we do the yajnas, na, that is not considered bribe to the devatas. That is the right thing. But to ask material desires from the devatas to fulfill, that is avidyapurvaka. You can directly go to Krishna and ask, why do you want the devatas? Like that. Okay, 24th verse. अहम ही सर्वस्य यज्ञानां भोक्ता चा प्रभु एव च ना तु माम अभिजानन्ति तत्वे नातश्चयन्ति ते. I am the only enjoyer and master of all sacrifices. Therefore, those who do not recognize my true transcendental nature is nature falls down. Here it is clearly stated that there are many types of yajna. Performance is recommended in the Vedas, but actually all of them are meant for satisfying the Supreme Lord. Yajna means Vishnu. In the third chapter of Bhagavad Gita, it is clearly stated that one should only work for satisfying yajna, Vishnu. This is what I was saying. In the yajna, we do offerings for the demigods also, but ultimately Krishna is satisfied. That's how the yajnas used to happen. The perfection form of human civilization known as Varnashram Darshan is especially meant for satisfying Vishnu. Even the Varnashram system, uh, sorry, where was I? So all the yajnas, they are actually meant for satisfying Vishnu. Even if they are done for the devatas, na, ultimately the devatas will offer all the results to Vishnu only. Therefore, Krishna says in verse, I am the enjoyer of all sacrifices because I am the supreme master. Less intelligent people, however, without knowing this fact, worship demigods for temporary benefit. Therefore, they fall down to the material existence and do not achieve the desired goal of life. See, the worship of demigods, right, will be satisfied with what the demigods are giving, and then he will forget what is the goal of human life. That is spiritual life and going back to God. That is the goal, right? So that becomes obscure when one worships the demigods. Less intelligent person, however, without knowing this fact, worship demigods for temporary benefit. Therefore, they come down to material existence and do not achieve the desired goal of life. However, one has the material desires to be fulfilled. Now, whatever desires we may have, material, non-material, dirty, we go to Krishna. And Krishna is powerful enough to correct us and to put us back in the track. But the Devatas, they won't do that. Because they're bound by the rules. What rule it is? If the children, if the living being goes to the Devatas, they have to satisfy. Just like, having money and then going to the shop and buying, uh, and buying some cigarette or somewhere. Then the shopkeeper will give the will just give you the cigarette. Why? Because you have paid the money. But if the same child goes to the parent and asks for cigarette, will the parents give cigarette? No, right?
No.
No, no, no.
Yeah, that's how the demigods work. If it's like a shopkeeper. If you put money in their hand, you can get anything from them. But if the child goes to the parent may not act like a business business person, right? He will try to do what is best for their children. So Krishna, we are part and parcel of Krishna. So Krishna, if we approach him directly through the medium of our guru, then um, then he will take care. Just like a parent takes care of the child, whatever the desire of the child may be, he takes care. Okay. Let's open up for some questions or comments. Any questions? Any comments?
Prabhuji, we have to pray to Krishna like chanting and doing smaranam, kirtanam, all you said, no? In the first starting, you told like the different ways of praying Krishna, like
Yeah, Shravanam,
I am
Kirtanam,
Krishna.
yes. So,
In the
what is your
starting, you
question?
told in the starting of the this today's class, you told like
What?
uh, you told like what you told is in different way you told. So you
Ekatvaina
derive
Prithatvaina Bahuda Vishwadamata.
ekatvam.
That thing?
Ekatvena means
Ekatvaina means to know that I am spirit and to meditate on one's own spirit, thinking that
that is
I am
yogic
equal.
people will do, no, Prabhuji, like that.
Yes, yes, yeah, yeah. Even a karma yogi may also do for small time in the morning, but a Gyan yogi and Dhyan yogi, they may continue doing that.
Okay. They meditate on Krishna, not
No, they meditate on their own soul,
own
their
soul.
own
Okay.
spirit soul. Yeah.
Paramatma, basically.
No, 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 no. They don't even know about Paramatma. They meditate on their own soul.
Okay. Okay, Prabhuji.
Okay, any other question? Okay,